Hey guys, it is Tuesday, day 7 of our Back to Self experience. Let's let all of the notifications go out that we are live. Make sure that as you guys are hopping on, you say hi so that I can address you. Of course, the sun came in at the perfect time, but I've got my blinds, so it looks like I've got lines on my face. So let's fix that real quick. Boom! And this is a perfect example what to do when life happens and you think that it's cloudy outside. So you're going to close your blinds and then the sun comes out. Yes, for the natural lighting with the melanin. Perfect. So day 7, what to do when life happens. This is usually one of the major detours and the major thing that happens to most people when you're starting a new habit, or you're on a new journey, or as we all are right now in day 7, getting back to ourselves. You are going along this journey and it's all paved with smooth sailing. And then right as you start to get up running and jogging and hitting your stride, you hit a pothole, you get sick. Your kids get sick. You decide to do something different and it doesn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to work with food. Or you've got this positive mindset and then you get met with a negative Nancy. What happens? What are you supposed to do? Hey, Sierra, life is going to life. It's going to keep happening. In a perfect world, we would all incubate ourselves for these next 7 days that we've got left, or the whole 14 days, so that in a perfect world that you could get back up to running to where you want to be. That's just not real life, right? So one of the things that one of my coaches started to do with me that I really started loving doing with my clients was saying, all right, what's going to be that thing that's going to stop you from improving your digestion this week? Not taking my probiotics, not getting enough water, not getting enough fiber. What's something that would stop me from not getting my 7 to 8 hours of sleep? Either staying up late, binge watching a movie, or being stressed about something that's outside of my control and not getting good quality sleep. What would keep me from hitting my 4 days a week in the gym? Not carving out time for it. So knowing, hey Toya, knowing what your common obstacles that you face is one of the really great things that will help us get over life when it starts to happen. There was a quote or a saying that I've heard before, is that when you give that devil a name, it doesn't have power. So if we say life happened or something outside of our control happens, we don't necessarily get our power back. When we call it by name, we get some of our power back. So that is step number 1 when life is a life-in. The second thing is to feel the feelings, whether it was an exciting thing that happened or it was a not so great thing that happened in life that slowed you down. Feel it. Vulnerable moment. I'm being open and honest with you guys. Today, I had an experience that stopped me dead in my track. The old Joe would have kept being busy and kept going and bearing those feelings until they came up. And I'd be like, I had no idea where those feelings were coming from. No, I stopped. I addressed those feelings. I went to my support system and I talked it out. So that's where having that support system or having that community is really important too when life starts to happen. Now you get to stop and feel those emotions. If it's something really, really great, you get to share it with your team and with your friends and your family members, and you guys are getting to celebrate that. And if it's something that's not so great, having those people in your corner that you can call on and say, hey, Sierra, you know what? This happened today. Help me feel these feelings is really important. And the third and the final thing that I will leave with you guys is give yourself grace. We are not robots. We are not machines. We're going to have sick days. There are going to be days and weeks where your goal was to move your body 4 times in a week. You woke up with a headache out of nowhere. Give yourself grace. And we are not going to be perfect anyways. So allowing yourself to have some of those smaller moments where you can give yourself grace, so that when those big moments happen that you don't have control of, you had to have an emergency appendix surgery, and you couldn't do anything for 5 weeks. That was not on my life to do list last year, which sent my body into some other horrible after effects. None of those things were on my life to do list. What could I do except for give myself grace, call up my support team and my coaches to rally around me to remind me that I was still that same person. And then also calling it out by name and saying, hey, I had an emergency appendix surgery and this is what happened. And then this is how I'm going to get back to it. Give yourself grace. Life, especially when you have family and you've got friends that are other human beings, people are sometimes going to be the thing that gets in our way. And we have to give ourselves grace that we love them and that we want to keep going. So as a quick overview, 1, give it a name. Call out that thing that may be detouring us. 2, have a support system. Feel all of those feelings. And 3, give yourself grace. It's super important to give yourself grace when life starts to happen. And then like the sun right now, like beaming and giving me all of the extra light. Boom, we'll turn the ring light off and we'll go with natural light. So those are the quick things that I wanted to leave with you guys for day 7 of Back to Self Experience. If you're joining in and day 7 is your day 1, make sure you guys go back to the very first video and catch up. If you've been following along all 7 days, I'd love to hear where you are so far in day 7. Comment down below. Let me know. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It's really, really helping me as I share with you guys on day 1. We're doing this together. I'm walking this walk. I'm talking this talk. Getting back to the best version of myself with a really great announcement to share with you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you soon.